Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for the ATS marketing training. Today, I have a special training in store for you. I am going to be doing a Q&A with the CEO himself, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. What we are discussing today is sales funnels, both human and digital sales funnels. Antonio has mastered these funnels. And when I tell you, every last one of us have been a part of Antonio's funnel in some shape or fashion. He has built funnels from the ground up. He has been running them for years. He has literally mastered sales funnels. So today, I'm going to let you know, we'll be asking, and I'll also be asking you guys as well as questions so we can get a better understanding of what a human and a digital sales funnel is and get details from the man himself about sales funnels, how he mastered his sales funnels. Did he have a hard time building his sales funnels? So ladies and gentlemen, again, we are coming from the Humanizing Your Brand keynote. One of the keynotes that Antonio did, one of his best keynotes, and just a description of it so you'll know why we're discussing sales funnels. The description is, we all know that attention is the new currency, but how does one get attention that can lead to trust? So customers will buy from you every time. The sole message of this keynote and the problem it addresses, Antonio will discuss how to discover what your audience actually wants, how to give it to them every time, and get them to trust your company's brand to activate their purchase power. We have already discussed the #1 way to scale your business to millions. We've discussed the best social media marketing for you. We've talked about the RIN score and your content. So today we're discussing digital and human sales funnels. And the first thing we want to talk about is how to get people from not knowing who you are to knowing who you are to buying from you on the same visit. And Antonio says this works for websites and public engagement. So the first thing I want to do is ask Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., how did you even get started in sales funnels? How did you learn about sales funnels?
I was broke. I had to clean those glasses from me. I was broke and I wasn't making money. That is just like that. Now, you said a whole lot. I'm going to have you repeat that. How to get people to fall in love with you. I'm going to have you repeat that again because that's a whole lot. That's going to take a while to break all of that down because it's different pieces. But the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, I was broke. And if you are broke, you are not funneling people to your bank account. Does that help you?
Yes, sir. That helps. That helps out a lot because.
Keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you broke, you're not funneling people to your bank account. So, Antonio, to get people from not knowing who you are to knowing who you are to buying from you on the same visit. Sometimes we can't even get people to just know who we are on just one visit. So can you explain to us how you get people from not knowing who you are to knowing who you are? That process right there, just the first process.
Yeah, it's way too difficult to, who understands what she's asking? The only way this is, well, I'll tell you what, Pam Norris, since you have your camera on, I'll lean on you. Okay. So there's no way for you all to understand what she is talking about without active participation or talking about your company directly. Now, of course, you're more than welcome to do what you wish. But how do you get people to buy from you when they don't know you? You meet them seconds, and then minutes later, hour later, they're buying from you. That is what all of you want to know. I want to say if it's written in a book, it'll be a bestseller, but the truth is, it is written in a book, and they are bestsellers. Who I got to answer that question by posing the question back. Who frequently has people come to their website, blog, shopping cart, and buys from them? I need to know that. Anyone besides me? Anyone? No? All right. So we got to start at the very basics. Who would like to know, besides Pam Norris, who would like to know how to get people to buy from you the moment they see you, or after your keynote, or after your video, or something like that? Who would like to know that? Yes. Okay, good. Got 2 virtual hands going up. Good stuff. All right, good. So Deanna, what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, even though we are at the beginning, because you said a lot because you understand stuff. Thank you, Phil. Phil put his hand up. And I don't think they got it. Okay. Let me get back. My glasses, y'all, have this terrible film on it. It's terrible. It's terrible. Anywho, you mentioned 3 elements. Repeat all 3 of those elements for me.
Okay, the first element was get people from not knowing who you are. The second was to knowing who you are. And the third was to buying from you on the same visit.
All right, we're about to go fast paced. Can you write that down in chat for me? Yeah, can you write that down in chat so everyone can see it? If you don't understand that these are the process, what she did, because she works, I don't want to just say because she works for me, but she has a lot of experience here, because everything here is a sales funnel. She just said something that's so complex, but it's so miniaturized here and simplified that she just said it. But it is the #1 problem that you all are having. So Deanna, one more time, say it again, and please this time, and this Grace, this time I want you to post it 1, 2, 3. And then all of you take this home, meditate on it, develop a plan for it. Go ahead, Deanna. And do it slowly.
Number 1, get people from not knowing who you are. That's number 1. Number 2, to knowing who you are. Number 3, to buying from you on the same visit.
That is a lot. That is a lot. That is enough to teach it for 16 weeks, as if a college semester, and then have a comprehensive final exam, plus a midterm. Now, that is a lot. That is why you go to seminars. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that is why you ask for customers. That's why you want customers. But the idea of getting customers is not as simple as you all have made it. And you know this because you're frustrated when you try to go get customers, right? That is important. One more time, and this time, please, ladies and gentlemen, please, don't just write it down. Don't just listen to it. I want you to see, I want you to ask yourself, where does my company or brand fail in this 1, 2, 3-step process? Go ahead one more time, yeah.
Number 1, get people from not knowing who you are. Again, number 1, get people from not knowing who you are. To number 2, to knowing who you are. And again, number 2 is to knowing who you are. And then number 3 is to buying from you on the same visit. And again, to buying from you on the same visit.
Now, Deanna, tell us what we're talking about. Everybody got it now, so I won't make her repeat it again. I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but put it all together because they're visual and audio learners, audible learners. What are we talking?
Today, we are discussing the digital and human sales funnel and how to humanizing your brand and customer intimacy. It's the best strategic blueprint for driving digital transformation. It's from Antonio's best keynote, Humanizing Your Brand.
Well, I wouldn't say my best keynote, but it definitely, it won me a few awards. This keynote has 62 parts in it. It's a keynote with 62 points because it's that complex. Digital and human sales funnels. Oh, my glasses. All right, no glasses today. I'm done with them. No, it's not. It's just that I can't stand the little film to be on the glasses. It has nothing to do with my rag. As a matter of fact, y'all, I need that in the trash. That is, unless you want to use it for your laptop or something. It don't need to be on my glasses no more. Anyway, I digress. Good thing is I see 2020 up close. I'm just looking at myself. I look differently without glasses. But anyway, digital sales funnel, human sales funnel. How many of you have processed that those two things actually exist? Right. So I don't want you to just think of sales funnels. You saying this is a Q&A you want to do with me only, and then we'll break it. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, if someone
right, well, unmute your mic.
If someone has questions so they can get a better understanding, I do want others to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, please ask questions. We are getting the information from the CEO himself on human and digital sales funnels, the things that funnel people to your bank account. So please ask questions, but it's definitely a Q&A between us today. Yes, sir.
That's a really good idea. And the deal is that whoever learns, listens, interacts, whatever, have any question you ask, you're more than welcome. But you're going to get more out of this one class you've gotten, period. Because this is, not that we don't teach on a high level, this is everything. This is what you are here for in one class. Again, like I said, it should be 16 weeks long. Getting customers, but they don't know you. And then getting them to know you, because they won't buy from you until they know you, unless they have an immediate need, which that's a way around that. And then getting them to buy from you on the same visit. This is extremely difficult. There are human sales funnel, there are digital sales funnel. When you're on stage, you want to be operating in a human sales funnel. When you are doing a video on Facebook, you want to be focused primarily on a digital sales funnel. Or it doesn't have to be Facebook, right? Social media, period. I'm looking at Tyranny in the Air Force uniform. Should she desire to get promoted, she needs to operate as a human sales funnel. Which rank are you, Tyranny?
Staff Sergeant, E5.
E6, oh, E5, okay, E5, E6. No. So she's an E5. She's a non-commissioned officer for, I have to say United States Army, for United States Air Force, okay? That means she has troops under her. That means in battle, she's important. It also means she's very overused and underappreciated. Okay, because at E5, that's the first non-commissioned, unless you're talking about E4, which corporal, but I'm not sure the Air Force works. But it's the first non-commissioned officer. Well, E6, E7 through E9 is like, hey, you do it, right? You get what I'm saying? I've paid my dues already. You do it. So she's extremely underappreciated, but extremely overworked. She's probably dropping off some Air Force bank account money right now or something. Who knows? Okay. Now, look, there it is. See, she just showed the camera. She's doing something. But that's what it's no different than the nurse in the hospital. Not a doctor, not a nurse practitioner, but you do the work. You get it? You help the doctors, you help the patients, you be the pastor for the families and the chaplain and draw blood, you know, and tell us when the bathrooms are dirty, right? If you want to be promoted as a nurse, if you want to be promoted to E6, that's what she should be going for, which it's not too hard. Once you get to E7, 8, 9, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different way to get promoted. She's going to have to create a human sales funnel around her. Pause right quick with her. I need to bring in someone else as an example. Denise Hill. Denise Hill needs to be promoted, not necessarily like tyranny, but she has all of this influence, all of this popularity. I don't even have arms to go wide enough for her skill set. My arms aren't that long to give to you her skill set. But in order for her to capitalize on that and cash it to the bank, she needs to focus on human sales funnels and sometimes digital sales funnels. See, Michael Tate is sitting there. He is most certainly going to have to focus on human sales funnels, whether he wants to or not. He's going to have to use digital sales funnels to get a customer, human sales funnel to get results and referrals. What is a human sales funnel? Simple. It is, I'm sorry, let me back up real quick. Union Station, New York City. When I was in the United States Army doing military intelligence, we would do, well, we would do, I would do, anyway, I would try to figure out a way to bomb Union Station, okay? Now, of course, that's not what I want to do, but if I can figure it out, then I can stop an enemy attack. Yes? Does that make sense? Okay, good. I'm not a terrorist. I'm trying to stop terrorism. There's something that we understood, Mathematics, Jerome Cole, this camera. All right, you know I'm retired. You talking about up here where I'm at. I understand, Jerome. I didn't mean, you can put your military man away. I'm on your side, okay? I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Union Station has a lot of people in it, yes? Yeah. Now this, I'm going to use my whiteboard for this. I am now explaining to you human sales funnel. Here is Union Station, okay? It is signified here by all the white. Now you have, does anyone know how many terminals in Union Station? Let's just, this is for illustration purposes, we're just going to put 10, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go more than 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's a good number. It's good. It's good juxtaposition. Juxtaposition. Nope. Anyway, I don't know how to make that word adjective. Juxtaposition. That's it. Good job. Good juxtaposition here. Outstanding. Now, the problem with this is y'all think the people are just going to funnel themselves here. You're right and you're wrong at the same time. Here's what becomes the problem. The problem becomes, in fact, I'll just do this here. The problem becomes you aren't the only customer out there. Everybody is in here. And this is noise or other people that want a product like yours, but not yours. Can I make that plain? This is someone who wants to be coached by a life coach, just haven't decided on you. They want what you do, just not from you. Anybody got me? And here is your potential customer right there, signified with a P.
Okay.
Now, all of these, every single one of these little red things is a customer. Like I could just put P's all over the place, right? All of these, and that's Union Station. Union Station has more. It would be nice if you can just walk in Union Station, go straight to, boom, straight to your terminal. That would be great. How many of you have ever just went to the airport? You were the only person in the airport. Let me cut my camera out so I can see this here. How many of you were the only person ever in the airport and you went right through okay, Jerome said no. TSA was like, hey, we've been waiting for you all day. Knew you by name. You went straight to your terminal. There was no waiting. You didn't have to do anything. You showed your ticket and then boom, you got on your plane. Because the plane was on time and it was refueled all before you got there. And there was no traffic on the road getting to the airport. All right. The problem with that is, as common sense as that sounds, that's not how y'all treat y'all business. All of that was common sense. Yet you think, if I build it, they will come. Please don't let that movie mess you up in business. That is not the way it works. You have to leverage, influence, and sometimes manipulate people into coming to your business. One of the worst things the internet, yes, come out of obscurity. I'm coming back to that too. One of the worst things that the internet ever did was give you options. Now that you have options, it's hard. It's hard. How many of y'all remember, I'm not talking to you young folk, how many of you remember 2 phone companies, what you had to choose from? Okay, Daryl got it, Pam. All right, see, it was landlines. Landlines, what I was talking about. Okay, Vince Anderson said he remembers. Remember, it was Bell South or AT&T, Southwest or what? That's when they broke it. AT&T got so big, they broke them all up, right? And then, I don't even know what the other was no more. I can't remember. It's just like that. One gas company. It was a regulated market, so you couldn't even choose one gas company. That company's rich. The moment, this is what happened to energy in America. Some of y'all are in deregulated areas for the first time in the last 10 years. This is what happened to energy. When they deregulated electricity, if you're in Maryland in 2010, right, if you're anywhere in that area, Maryland, Philadelphia, 2010, it was a firestorm of deregulation that happened. It was. And now those companies that had your money automatically, you got options. You know what I'm saying? Now you was acting like you got pulled over by the police, but you ain't had no warrants and all your stuff was good. Officer, what did I do? Right? You know, when you ain't got no warrants and you good, you know, you can talk like that. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all haven't put together that the funnel to get a customer to know you is extremely difficult because all the customer sees is all this. Here's what I've figured out in Union State. Now, I'm not the first person to figure. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm trying to say no classified stuff, but it doesn't matter. I know one thing and one thing only, and I hope you all hear this. It's the most brilliant thing I'm probably going to say today. So this is 1, and then way over here was like 15 or something. This is 15. I understand this one thing. No matter what, if my prospect wants to go to Terminal 8, I'm put something in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now I can count easier. If my prospect wants to go to Terminal 6, right here, my prospect is going to want to do this one thing. Straight shot just like that, okay? All my prospect wants to do. Path of least resistance. It doesn't matter how much he or she is woke. It doesn't matter if he or she is whatever. It just doesn't matter. At the end of the day, my prospect will go, if this is where they want to go, if this is the target, my prospect would do a straight line here, as straight as possible. Here's what that will look like. Walk, have to stop. Go around, come right back. Have to stop. Go this way, come right back. Right back. No matter what they do, if they got to go all the way this way, they're going to come right back. All the way this way, right back. No matter what, they're coming back. And all these people are actually walking in a straight line. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't look like a straight line because it's 1,000 different people's straight lines, and they've had to do what you call ellipses. They had to move a little bit because of the flow of traffic. How many of you have driven to work or wherever you are today? You don't even realize that you're going in a straight line. The same path you normally take, you have done that over and over again. How many of you, now, it's always going to be somebody who goes, I do, and you're lying. You're absolutely lying. How many of you, on a regular basis, you switch your technique up or route up once you have perfected the shortest route to get done what you want to do? It's always somebody. Well, you know what? I do. I do it all the time because I'm always trying. No, you're not. You're not, because we're human beings and we're so smart. We understand to save energy. All right, so I've dropped some key points here that we need to bring out. Now that I've said all that, we can kind of speed up here a bit because this question was fantastic. So we're going to go back again to our whiteboard, and this time we're going to make this make better sense. Now, I understand. Actually, no, I don't need the whiteboard. Y'all write this down. I understand that my customer is not the only customer out there. This creates a unique problem for the seller, not the customer. The customer doesn't have a problem. The only problem the customer has is the seller's trying to get me to buy something. I'm walking in a straight line to what I want. I'm coming back to that. Put a pin in it. I need you. Well, let me keep going. Number one, my customer is not the only customer. Number two, that number one creates a problem for the seller. The question Deanna asked was, how do you get people to know me, buy from me on the same day? They're not trying to buy from you. They're walking in a straight line. Now I got to bring back my whiteboard. They're walking in a straight line to what they wanted to accomplish. Okay? Y'all can see this, right? Am I saying? All right. They're walking in a straight line to what they wanted to accomplish. Here's your prospect. And if nothing's in front of them, if they got to go here, if my goal is here, I'm not going to do this. The only way that I would do this here is if me and Tierney on the phone having a good conversation. We 17 years old. Hey, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Right? Remember when Pat Norris met Tony? Hey, you hang up. No, you hang up. That's the only way. You ever had a phone conversation and you walked all around your house? You was on top of your cabinets. You went outside. You was on the porch. Wouldn't even trip about the mosquitoes no more. It's all good. It's a good conversation, right? This is a real good conversation. Ooh-wee, you got me up all night. That's the only time we do that. When the conversation becomes the straight line, not the goal. Am I making it? When we go, if we're having this wonderful flirtatious conversation, first off, we showed up early. We did. If we showed up late, you know what? I'll catch the next train. It's all good. Nah, catch the train. Nah. I'm vibing with you right now. Okay? The only way that we would go all the way out here just to come here is your goal has to change to the conversation, not getting to your destination. I'm coming back to that. Put a pin in it. Your goal has to change to the conversation, not towards the goal, not to the, and away from the goal. Any other time, you ain't that cute. I'm going right here. You know what? Is everybody following? I wish I could see some more faces. I need you to get that if I got to go to Terminal 1, I'm going to 1. How many of you have ever caught an airplane and your terminal was 33? It was B33, and you went all the way to G, hung out a little bit, and then went all the way back to B, but you knew you was at 33, and you said, let me go to 1 first and see what's going on over there. No. Let me go to Terminal 2 next and see what's going on over there. All right, so let's make all this make sense. That's what you're doing to your prospects. You're saying, prospects, come see what's going on over here. Hey, come waste time over here. I know you in a rush to G, but come on the other side of the airport because I just posted. I just did a video with cocoa butter on. Come see me. You know, right? No one's going to do that. So the question now becomes, how do I get people to come to my terminal when they're on a straight line to someone else's terminal? Here's your best answer, and then I'll build from here. The question is, how do I get people? Let me delete this real quick. Here's the goal. The goal is here. Here's my prospect. They are on a straight line here. It doesn't matter if all these people are in a way, and this is what's happening on your Facebook page, y'all. Please. All these, I want you to, each line is 1,000 people, okay? I want you to make each line, anytime you see red, it's 1,000 people. So I want you to make this 2 billion people, okay? That's what this is. 2 billion people are in the way of your prospect getting to their goal. That prospect is going to go straight to that goal, whether you want them to or not. They just going to stop right here, wait for them to pass, go here, wait for them to pass, go around this lady with all these groceries, go around this guy coughing because I ain't trying to get sick. Oh, got to stop off to the bathroom. Go over here first. Go to the bathroom. Now, we do this, y'all, in the airport. Yeah. So when I get back from the bathroom, I don't go another way. I go right back to the road that I went to the bathroom on and then go straight again. And you don't realize this, but this is what you're doing naturally. Now, why on earth do you catch a plane like this when you spend your money? You catch a train like this when you spend your money. You go to Walmart like this when you spend your money. And then all of a sudden you say, customer, spend your money with me, but behave not like a human no more. Get it? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Your number one response from me of how to get people to follow, let me clear all this here. Actually, I'm going to keep that there. Is I want someone to look up the word hold on real quick. Let's see. Look up the word. Well, y'all ain't gonna be. Never mind. I'll just keep it in English. Becoming. Okay, becoming is what I was. There's a Greek word in becoming for becoming that means something quite different. There's a couple of them, but one of them means to appear, to manifest. Let me stop this. Look at me. Look at me. One of these words means to appear, to just become, not have steps to. All of a sudden, it just was that. And a lot in Greek, the protagonist of the Christian Bible, whose name is Jesus, he just becomes a lot all over the New Testament. He just becomes in a room locked with Jews. He becomes the bread of life, right? There's no steps. He just shows up and becomes. All right, remember that, because now I'm going to give you your answer. If you want to get customers to buy from you with no problem at all, know who you are. And remember, they are euthus. That's another Greek word. Immediately, the UK says straightway, I think. Straight. No, that's not straightway. It's another word. Anyway, I got too many languages in my head. Go for it. Like, just they're trying to go here as fast as possible. There's a hood way to say this: get out my way. Okay? As fast as possible. So how do you get people to switch their routes to you? You don't. It's the most profound thing I could ever possibly tell you. You do not. Write that down. It is impossible to get someone to become your customer who doesn't want to be your customer. Listen to me. You can let me look at some of the names I hear. You can ice buddy all you want. You can save as many lives as you want to. They're never going to be your customer if they wouldn't on the way to you. You can go, Grace, you can teach as much math as you want to. They're never going to be your customer if they was on the way to another math class or avoiding math. You're never going to have somebody avoid math and they say, well, you know what, let me come get beat up by you for a little bit. They hated math 53 years. Now all of a sudden, you're gonna make them change? But that's how y'all marketing. Jerome, you're never gonna sell a book to somebody who don't read. It's just not gonna happen. Daryl said it last time on the call, and if you do, they ain't gonna do nothing. And you get that recruit that just support, they're just gonna sit there. That book gonna sit there and curl up and get the page gonna get yellow. You say, watch your mouth. Deanna, you can publish this all you want to. If I ain't trying to do all that, I don't want it. Don't ask me to do no podcast I don't feel like doing. I don't want to learn. Right? But you can market to me. You can tell me all about marketing all you want to. I hear you. That's good. But I'm too old to be learning new tricks. Am I making some sense here? Chantel, you can be as young as you want to. You can want to go hang with the young girls, the old girls, or whatever you want to do. But if they ain't got a problem with women and authority, they ain't gonna never listen to you. If the young woman you trying to reach or the old woman you trying to reach got a problem with their mama, they also got a problem with you because you's a mama. I'm telling you what it is. You would have never thought of that. Yeah. And I can go on and on and on. My point is, none of y'all are ever going to change a customer. And if you are trying to change a customer, you are losing. Would you like to know what to do? Yes. Remember I said that Greek word just says appear? Just become? If you know I'm going to talk slow so Jerome I want him to crash when he hears this brilliant thing. It's about to be brilliant. If you know that hold on. I want to make it as clear as possible. Here's some goals. Doesn't matter what these goals are because they're your customer goals. They don't matter what they are. Here's your prospect. They're going straight line. If you know Jerome, they're going straight to this goal. We already discussed you can't change that. The way you change it is to take this G into a J, Jerome, or become the goal. I wish I had somebody. Boy, I just said a whole lot right there. You can, I got a question, she's on 5. You cannot change people from their goal. So the way you get them in front of them is to become the goal. Where there was a G, there's a J. Well, you don't like that? Okay. Where there's a G, there's a D for Denise. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got a lot of questions popping up right now. Lots of them. I'm going to break it all down. I'm going to go with Deanna, Chantel, Pam Norris, Grace. Let's go.
Okay, when you say make the G a D for Deanna, when you tell us to get in front of your congregation, right. Okay, that I just put 2 and 2 together. So thank you so much for that one. Okay,
that's right.
Got some light bulb.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wouldn't have brought it up. I never told you direct your congregation. I never said that. I said follow their attention and then get in front of that attention as the solution. I never once told you redirect their attention. You ain't got no question about it. Grace said she ain't got no question about it. I think, Chantel, you're next in Pam Norris. I think it was that way.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Become the goal. And it's so funny because as you are giving the example of me in my life, you know, you, Antonio, like on a personal note, let's get real personal real quick. You couldn't even.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say put your mouth closer to your phone mic, but keep going though. Once you got Lotto, it was good.
Okay. But if we get personal real quick, you just even giving the example, you couldn't decide if I speak to older women or younger women. And it's funny because this has been my weekly obstacle. my weekly obstacle. So anyway, when you say become the goal, it makes me think of my products, my time, my energy, my passion, my heart, what I've gone through, who I've become, my experience, my knowledge, the knowledge that I want to give back. And when you say become that, and to stand in front of your prospect, period, right? Is that what I'm getting?
That's right. Okay. No. You're doing good. You ain't wrong. You're doing good.
Okay. All right. Let me push this 2 ways real quick, because if I stick with women and serving women, I am basically, if I think of it how you just said it, 1 second, son. If I think of it how you just said that, then I would probably maybe have about a year, 2 years of being able to stand as that person in front of these women. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have. Mm-hmm. I have when I think of marketing to women, and I can. I'm not down on myself, but I only think of standing in front of them. I think of me, you know, real talk. Like 2 years, maybe a year and a half of a woman, the woman Chantel. You know what I'm saying? So I think of standing in front of them being that, but then I think of the younger women, and of course, my prospect is organizations, not really the younger women, but them too, but mostly the organizations, the schools, the corporations, the Boys and Girls Club, the boom, boom, boom. These people are my prospects. And I think I've got about 5-6 years of that person to be able to in front of them. That's easy. That rolls off the tip of my tongue. when I look at myself as the goal for
okay, yeah,
these organizations for my process.
the goal. The only thing you should be doing. Yep. Good. Let's clap for Chantel. Good stuff. Appreciate. Oh, you got a question? All right, Miss Pam. Thank you, Chantel. Miss Pam.
I had the same epiphany that Deanna had when you said become the goal. That's what you meant, have been trying to get us to understand about get in front of our audience. It's like it all came together. And so it's like, oh, okay, got that. Now I get it.
Good.
So thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. No doubt. I'm actually going to break that down even more. Go ahead,
You say, find who your congregation is, where their attention is going, and get in front of it so that you can become the goal, the solution of the attention that they're following. So my only goal is to find out, hey, who wants to learn math? Who needs to learn?
Almost.
Okay. Okay.
What she did made sense, but it don't make sense. She said, who wants to learn math? What you accidentally did was say, who wants to change their goal? It doesn't sound like the goal is changing because she's saying the goal is math and the goal is to learn. No, it ain't. The goal is never to learn math unless you are the it's not even 1%, the 0.5% of people who just want to create theoretical math problems that sometime after their death, science will catch up to, and then they will get accredited, that accreditation, and get a posthumous Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, keep going.
Remember, I told you about a lady who has a son going into his senior year, and he wants to go into the military. And in order to pass the ASVAB, there's a good math portion under that. And he wants to make sure, because it's his senior year, he has no more math to take, but he wants to make sure that for this year that he's not taking math, that his math stays up to date so that he can pass the ASVAB, because math is a good portion of it. Is that like the congregation attention?
Absolutely. Now, how do you jump in front of that? Since Chantel just asked, how do you do that? You need to become his memory. I'll explain. Okay? You need to become his memory. Pam Norris needs to become grandmother who needs to be saved. Pam Norris needs to stop trying to supply people with what they need and become grandmother they want to save. Boy, I just said a whole lot. Yes, Pam Norris' current marketing plan is disaster. We got what you need. Yeah. Trust us. We're a friendly name to trust when you need something. It needs to be what Tylenol did to y'all. Tylenol back in like 82 had some strange lunatic just decided to let me mess with the Tylenol. It didn't even make no sense. They put a little Tampacil in there. That still doesn't make no sense. The Tampacil does nothing. But it got y'all to say, well, my baby's sick. Get some Tylenol. Think about it. You putting your baby's life on the line for acetaminophen is what it is. But you ain't going to buy that. You're going to say, nah, I'm going Tylenol. Same thing. The FDA forces Tylenol to be the same thing as acetaminophen. Same thing. Because when you brand it, you get to call it something different. And you go, no, I refuse to. You get it? Y'all remember Camphophonique? Yeah. Okay. While it has good childhood memories, it ain't round no more, at least not like it used to be, because it never created an emotional response for you. Watch me give up watch. All right, let me show y'all. Here is medicines that create emotional responses versus, medicines that don't create emotional responses versus medicines that do. Or things that don't create emotional responses versus things that do. Let's go with acetaminophen. Cool. Tylenol, emotional response. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Hey, watch this here. Another one would be steam from the sink to make you feel better in your chest. Nah. Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
It was never the rubbing on. Vicks Vapor Rub did one beautiful thing. Every time they showed the commercial, it was mama rubbing on the baby. And when all y'all just thought about Vicks Vapor Rub, you took that white lady off the TV, put her in whatever your nationality is, and that was your mama rubbing you down. You can smell it right now, can't you? If you think about it, you can smell it right now. You know how you put it on your lips, on your chest. Right now, you can smell it. That is someone who became the goal of relief from mother. You get it? They didn't sell relief. They sold mother's care. Ooh! I'm telling you, this really should take me like 16 weeks to break this. I really should.
Hey,
So don't sell math, sell memory.
In his case,
his memory. Okay.
yeah, and Antonio, when I've been sick,
go ahead, Pam.
and when I've just been sick, and I went to the drugstore, all those vapor rubs were there. Only one I would buy was Vicks, because that's what my mama put on me when I was a
You
little
see that?
kid.
You see that? You see that? And let me tell you what I just picked up in my brain. I didn't even know there was another vapor rub. What she just said, all vapor rubs, I didn't even know. I just thought it was just Vicks. I thought they had a monopoly. Because Vicks did it well. Right? I want you to think about this. Remember, if you're 350 pounds and need to lose weight, what shoe are you more likely to buy? Nike, because they spent one of the greatest ad campaigns from the 80s to today, still relevant. They put 300-pound men running down the street. And you said, well, that's not so bad. I could do it too. You become the goal. If you want to change the narrative in multi-level marketing, you got to become the goal, not the narrative, the customer's narrative. You have to become the top earner they want to be. You have to become them on. You know how many people in network marketing dream of being on that stage and giving just one keynote? They're not calling it the keynote. They just can't wait to tell their story. They sit right now, they 20 rows up in the stadium going, next year, that's going to be me. And Daryl needs to become, next year, that's going to be me. Is this making sense to you? Now, there's more. What happened when you like Pam Norris, Daryl, Jerome, Phil Susan, Michael Tate, Vince Anderson, Denise, especially Denise Hill. I mean, Denise Hill is probably more likely the same in this situation. What happened when your customers don't look alike at all? Hold on, Michelle G, taking care of business by nonprofit and use what you just said. Got a member for a nonprofit. Look at that. Come on, y'all. See that? See that? Oh, I tell you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations to you, Michelle G. Congratulations. Right here on the call. Oh, that's the ATS Business University for you right there, boy. That's it right there. Jerome, keep talking about us. Keep bringing Rebecca. That's it. All right. Me and Denise probably got this more in common because in our fields, it can be anybody. And you put Darren here too. It can be anybody. Anybody does it. Pam Norris is a certain type of person that needs her product. Mine, anybody. You can want it out of vanity. You can want it out of necessity. You can want it to just bless your church. You get it? It's anybody. So how do you become the goal for so many people. Right? This is the taste of soup, right? Okay, yeah. Y'all ain't seen the greatest movie of all time. All right, at least one of them. Okay. How do you do that? Instead of making me, I would normally make you guess it and beat yourself up, and I'm going to give it to you. You need to think more like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. had an option. Now, I've heard a few different stories. I've heard for some documentaries that he didn't get the I Have a Dream until the night before or 2 nights before. I'm not sure. I've seen some documentaries, not sure how true all is. But let's leave that out. I Have a Dream united a nation, not at that time, because, right? Come on, let's be real. But it still stands today, longer than the Just Do It campaign. But what did I Have a Dream do? This is what you want to do, everybody. In this exact way I'm going to say it, write this down. Become an idea that creates a strong emotional response. I just gave y'all my secret. Coming to America, yes. That was the same. That was good. Good terrible. You got a question? Go ahead.
Okay, when you say become an idea that creates a strong emotional response, are you referring to how we look at actors and actresses and singers, and like they develop such a strong emotional response in us because we have a goal of becoming an actress or an actor or a singer that it drives us to, okay.
Almost. You're pretty good. Restate that again, but this time I want you to go to your favorite or the most elite. Oh, go ahead, Grace.
Are you saying Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream that every black boy and every black girl, that was an idea?
That's right.
And people, okay.
The I Have a Dream speech was an idea. It was more than just a theme. It was an idea. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. It was an idea. Okay? It was an idea. Now, Deanna, try to re-explain what you were saying. This time, I don't want you to think of an actress because that's too easy. Or an actor, that's too easy. You got to go all the way to people who are, they're not an idea until I can just say one thing about them and everyone on this call knows who they are. Okay? Watch, well, I'll show you. I'm putting cases on all y'all. Okay, you see, you get it? Yeah. There's not a black or white person that did not know Denzel Washington showed out in Training Day. You get what I'm saying? And any country, who had summers on lock in the 1990s, like summer blockbusters, in the 90s, early 2000s, from 2000 to 2005, who had summers on lock?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Do you see that? You see that? I gave very little clues.
Okay.
I gave very little clues, but Will Smith was the biggest star in the world in the early 2000s. You get it? So now I want you to rephrase your question. Will Smith is an idea. Beyonce is an idea. You know what I'm saying? Brad Pitt, an idea. You get it? Obama, an idea. Trump was never an idea until he ran for president and created an idea. Trump was a mogul that people aspired to be because whatever, I don't know. But now, Trump will never die. It will never happen. history would be very favorable to him and also not favorable to him at the same time. He is that much of an idea. You don't have to like it, but he has transcended normal human levels of height. He has. He has. He absolutely has. Because he's an idea. That's why he's so polarizing. Because if you, well, I got to explain idea in a little bit. All right, so you got it. So restate your actress question now, and then with that, this is the real big piece.
So when you say become the idea, become Beyonce for somebody. The idea that I can, because she's there, that lets me know that I can do that same thing. Is that what you're?
Yeah, sure. You're more than right. So what's an idea? Someone throw some stuff out there for me. Let me hear from you. What's an idea?
ACS Business University. Chantel was talking.
Oh, are we talking about ideas that have already been
Yeah.
or our own ideas?
Either one. Give it to me.
Well, I have an idea that at-risk young women. Well, you know what? No. I have an idea that organizations and schools will make it mandatory for personal development curriculum to be put into the system for young adults to be able to peacefully navigate through their adversities to live a successful life. That's my idea.
Now that makes sense. Nothing wrong with that. But it's not strong enough to get people to come off their straight line path. So let's do this here. I'm gonna show you all two things, and then we'll come back and revisit the situation because I'm the expert here. I'm gonna make you expert. Share my screen. Is that what you had a question? Okay. Unshare my screen. Let's go to Evelyn's question real quick. Someone that started from the bottom to know, traveling the world and living a dream. Yeah, sure, no doubt, and that's good. That's her dream. But now we got to make it an idea. Yes. No, go ahead.
Okay, I think I have it now. The thing with Beyonce, the idea that she creates in the minds of every woman in the world is that you can be an icon and still be a regular woman, because with her documentaries, she shows the struggles that a regular woman goes through on a daily basis and turns right around and shows herself being an icon on the stage. Is that okay?
Absolutely right. The more Beyonce gets this, the more Beyonce humanizes her brand, is the more God we're going to make her. I'm saying something. I hope y'all catching it. You get it? The more the more she becomes human, is the more God we're going to make her. This is why Trump is never going to fade away, because Trump gets this. It's actually, when he says, I'm actually a quite stable genius. I don't know if y'all remember that. But everybody made fun of him. I actually sat back and I was like, you just might be, right? I'm paying attention. I'm looking. I'm paying attention. Trump has taken the reverse. Trump is the only he has taken, he has become the villain that has become likable. Well, yeah, like The Rock, but The Rock a little different. I'm gonna tell you, See, heroes don't get to complain. Obama was a hero. You never ever got an opportunity to see him complain because he couldn't. He couldn't. It's impossible. Had he complained one time, he'd have lost his fan base. You get it? Because you can't be a hero and complain. It's the same way that America doesn't like when Olympic stars get second place and they cry. Well, you're the second best in the whole world. Toughen up, right? Stop being ungrateful. That's it. This is actually a scandal that happened, on the last Olympics. It really is. Trump is a massive complainer.
Yes.
And a hero. He is. He is a hero to his fan base. Because he's mastered something that only Stan Lee can put in comic books. I'm not even sure if I can describe it to you without even just going full nerd. He has become not the villain, but the anti-hero. He's become Batman Part 2, the movie. No, y'all not him. You know what? I'm going to pull it up. That's all right. He has become the hero that Gotham needs, but not the one they're ready for. I'll break it down. Let's talk about idea first, and then I'll break that down. I'll break it down.
An icon. I want to be an idea. I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent magic, right? That you're in a universe and 2 + 2 = 4. Mm-hmm. 2 + 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 is going to be what I want it to be. Mm-hmm. And there's a redemptive power that making a choice has, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like it's water. It wants to.
Okay, so we'll stop it right there. He's going to talk about something else, but I don't want him to do that right now.
Are you so desperate to fight criminals that you lock yourself in to take them on one at a time? Actually, there were some. I counted 6, Mr. Wayne. How do you know my name? The world is too small for someone like Bruce Wayne to disappear, no matter how deeply it ceases to sink. Who are you? My name is merely Ducat, but I speak for Raz Al Ghul, a man greatly feared by the criminal underworld. A man who can offer you a path. Makes you think I need a path? Someone like you is only here by choice. You have been exploring the criminal fraternity, but whatever your original intentions, you have become truly lost. On what path Raz Al Ghul offer? The path of a man who shares his hatred of evil, who wishes to serve true justice. The path of the League of Shadows. The vigilantes? No. The vigilante is just a man lost in the scramble for his own gratification. He can be destroyed, locked up. But if you make yourself...
All right, pay attention right here, please.
But if you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, and if they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely. Yes. Legend, Mr. Wayne. Tomorrow you will be released.
All right, can give you pretty more examples, but let's talk about the director of Batman real quick. What's his name? Give me his name. Hans Zimmer did the score, but it's anyway. He did. Somebody look up his name for me, but he did Inception. All three of these Batmans. Christopher Nolan. Thank you. Christopher Nolan is a genius. Can you go in my briefcase for me real quick and get the book in my briefcase? Christopher Nolan is a genius. There are very few, the Wachowski brothers are geniuses. And what they do is they put these world esoteric means information only few people know, ideas in their films. And from there, their films become historic because you don't know it, but you resonate with these films so much, you don't know why, you just know you were forever changed by watching it. Like, he totally made Batman. Christopher Nolan ruined the DC universe. He ruined it because he did such a good job. He did such a good job, he ruined it. He made Batman realistic. His superpowers came from realistic. Everything, it was too much. It was unfair what he did. And of course, they're paying for it now. They are paying for it now because how good his three films were. The part 2 Joker was, Heath Ledger became an idea of Joker. So amazing. Not only did he almost die doing it, but it's one of the most iconic roles played ever. Ra's al Ghul, who was talking at this time, he just doesn't introduce himself as that way, says if you attach yourself to an ideal and can't be destroyed, then you become something entirely different. You become legend. If you think for 1 second that I'm talking in circles, you have failed. If you think for 1 second that this is complex, you have failed. It is only complex because no one tells you about it. But it is not complex to get it done. It is only complex because you don't have the awareness of it. Remember I showed y'all that film? Well, I'm going to do it. Yeah, we got plenty of time. I'm going to do it now because you need to get this here. What's his name? I hate when I forget stuff. The Hero's Journey. All right, got it. Never mind. Yes. Now, we're not going to play the whole thing. It's so good, I just might. But I want all of you to listen to this through the lens of answering this 1, 2, and 3. Grace, go up in the chat, repost that 1, 2, and 3 that you had up there, please. And pay very close attention because there's something that I do that's just not fair. And I'm not the only one.
What do Harry Potter, Katniss Everdeen, and Frodo all have in common with the heroes of ancient myths? What if I told you they are all variants of the same hero? Do you believe that? Joseph Campbell did. He studied myths from all over the world and published a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces, retelling dozens of stories and explaining how each represents the monomyth or hero's journey. So, what is the hero's journey? Think of it as a cycle. The journey begins and ends in the hero's ordinary world, but the quest passes through an unfamiliar, special world. Along the way, there are some key events. Think about your favorite book or movie.
All right, let's stop. I just let it play.
Does it follow this pattern? Status quo. That's where we start. 1 o'clock, call to adventure. The hero receives a mysterious message, an invitation, a challenge. 2 o'clock, assistance. The hero needs some help, probably from someone older, wiser. 3 o'clock, departure. The hero crosses the threshold from his normal, safe home and enters the special world and adventure. We're not in Kansas anymore. 4 o'clock, trials. Being a hero is hard work. Our hero solves a riddle, slays a monster, escapes from a trap. 5 o'clock, approach. It's time to face the biggest ordeal, the hero's worst fear. 6 o'clock, crisis. This is the hero's darkest hour. He faces death and possibly even dies, only to be reborn. 7 o'clock, treasure. As a result, the hero claims some treasure, special recognition, power. 8 o'clock, results. This can vary between stories. Do the monsters bow down before the hero, or do they chase him as he flees from the special world? 9 o'clock, return. After all that adventure, the hero returns to his ordinary world. 10 o'clock, new life. This quest has changed the hero. He has outgrown his old life. 11 o'clock, resolution. All the tangled plot lines get straightened out. 12 o'clock, status quo, but upgraded to a new level. Nothing is quite the same once you're a hero. Many popular books and movies follow this ancient formula pretty closely, but let's see how well The Hunger Games.
All right. He's going to break it down into some more films, but we don't have time for that. And I've showed it once before. Let's see if we can capture this. In order for you to change a customer's journey, you cannot. And I'm going to recap everything we talked about thus far because we're about to even go higher. You must become that customer's journey. And then say 2 plus 2 is going to be what I want it to be. I like that. It's right. It is. You must become the customer's journey. Period. You can't tell them to get on your journey. You must tell them, hey, I am the journey you were looking for. How can changing the narrative of MLM become the journey for the people who will watch? How can Ice Buddy become the journey? I've told you this before. If you ever sell somebody what they want, what they need, they won't buy it. But if you sell them what they want, make them happy and satisfied, then they will come back to you and say, hey, I also need this. Get it? So let's go higher. I am not in this class or any class ever talking to you. I am always talking to the evolution of you. I'm never talking to you. When I have to talk to you, it just does stuff that I don't need to be done. I'm always talking to the future you, the evolution of you that says, you know what? He might be right. And it should be, if I'm doing this right, I'm not telling you I am, but if I'm doing this right, every time you come here, you see all the possibilities you can do. Then when you hang up, you got to go back to the real world and it's depressing. That's how I designed this. All right, I'll say it again. I'm not telling you this is working. I am telling you I designed it this way. When you come to ATS anything, the matrix is over. Everyone's cheering for you. This is exactly what you need to get to where you need to go. And you start seeing yourself succeed. You say, no, I can do these funnels. Man, I can learn that. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just telling you what I designed. And then when you hang up, you go, oh, man, I got to go back out here with them. Okay, go ahead, Pam Norris.
Question. So are you saying, you said don't sell people what they need, sell people what they want. So are you saying that the sort of what we should be saying to our audience is more you're looking for, not you need, but what you're looking for? I don't know.
I got you. I got you. No, I got you.
You're looking
what
for
you need
something?
to do is think of it as in terms of lead magnets. Before you give them Ice Buddy, give them cold towels I told you about.
Yes.
That's what they wanted, right? That's what they wanted. They wanted to cool down. Now that you cooled them down in the hot summer Maui heat, then you're gonna tie that cooling with the emotional and productive response of your product. It cools your medicine. All of you want to have a low barrier of entry to get into your stuff. One of the smart things that Daryl is doing is he is, up to now, all his titles have been what people want. Customer acquisition, distributor, recruiting, right? The art and science of recruiting. These are things people want. He could have messed that up and said something like, become the number one salesperson in your company. While that's great to a third of the audience, the salesperson turned off anybody who don't like sales. You get it? If you don't like sales, you immediately, I can't do that. I can't do these living room presentations like that. You understand? So what you want to do, Pam Norris, is you want to tell people, the best example I use this all the time is, oh, you're overweight. I have what you need to wake up skinny. People will buy, if you ever invent, Pam, a drug that lets people wake up skinny, I'm telling you, you will run the world. You will be more powerful than the central banks that are running the world. The Rothschilds themselves will have to take, you got to join them, or they're going to have to just take you out of here, okay? Because you're going to have more money than anybody else. So that's what we want. If you ever come to me and say, you know what you need to do? Cut back sugar. Do this stuff. I'm not going to do it. Now, in this case, I'm doing it because I already got what I want. I got everything in the world that I want. You get what I'm saying? I don't have anything. There's nothing in this world that I don't have that I don't already, I got everything I want. It's hard to shop for me. All my wants are filled, so, give me what I need now. You know what I'm saying? Wants don't excite me no more. You must give people what they want before you try to sell them what they need. The Army, the military does that. The military does not say, serve your country. Sign a 4-year contract and we own you. That is not what they say. That is not what they say. The military say, you want to go to college? You want to go to college? Hey, I got $12,000 cash bonus for you. You know your grandmother's struggling. At the very least, I get you $5,000. That's how they got me. That's how they got me. Hey, I have $5,000 and college for you. Really? Oh, yeah, we got that. They did not say, I have 95% of your Army career in the field with all sorts of bugs. You will get divorced, believe that. You will have a hard time. You will come back shell-shocked and probably need therapy for the rest of your life. But hey, join the Army. That is not what they did. You get it? They dangled money in my direction and I wanted money. All your major corporations or government entities know this. Know this. They absolutely know this. You want to sell people what they want. You want to change people's goals by becoming the goal. You just want to take it. Have you seen the movie Inception? You want to plant the idea in their head. Tyranny is what you need. If you want to be successful, you might want to go to changing the narrative in an page. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you, if you want to win, you need to go over there and like that page and follow that content. Pay attention to all my marketing. Look, to get y'all are you. I'll have a video with 173 views and 220 comments. See, I'm saying something now. Y'all have confused what a good page is. You think it's all these views and all these comments. If the comments just say good job, fantastic. Those are people who just want to say good job. They're not your customers. Your customers will engage with you. Your customers will engage with you. They will ask questions. They will ask questions. Right now, I'm telling you, if you go look, my comment section will blow up because I have become an idea. And I'll tell you what that is in a little bit. This book, I recommend, well, you know what? No, I don't. No, I don't. But if you want to learn how to write screenplays or master storytelling, there isn't a book better than this. I know it. You know of some books that are really good. I'm telling you, draw inspiration from many places. This guy is a legend in screenplays. A legend. The name of the book is The Anatomy of Story. "22 Steps to Becoming a Master Storyteller." This will work in your keynotes, but that's not why I got it. That's not why I got it. I got it. You're going to love this. I got this book because I want all my marketing content to tell a story that no one has ever heard. Okay, Tierney gets it. You get it? That's what I want. I want to make sure that all our marketing tells a story. I control the narrative, but no, I want a masterpiece with every content. And this book, I'll give you an example of one of these in the book. I'm gonna give you an example. This book says, have a screenplay with 4 characters. Each character must share the same idea or struggle, but they must differ in all of these struggles. That was Batman Begins, right? That I showed. I'll give you an example. The theme of Batman Begins, Christopher Nolan's first one, was fear. There were 4 major characters, okay? Batman being one, and he had 3 villains. Who's seen the movie, Batman Begins? Okay, you can't think on this one because this is like one of the most epic movies of all time. That's okay. The first one, oh no, Lord, you went way back. Just, yeah. Did you say Ivy and all that? Yeah, you went to the cartoons and stuff. No, you went to the cartoons. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, you went back to the 90s. Yeah, you went back to the 90s. No. I need you in 2008. Okay, you went to the 90s. She talking about free Mr. Freeze, all the Schwarzenegger. No, not that one. So, since I haven't seen the movie, I'll speed up. There are 4 characters, and they all do fear. They're all there for fear, to put fear on Gotham. But only, well, before I do that, but they have different ideas of fear. Batman's using his fear against criminals to save Gotham. The Scarecrow who comes up is using his fear for selfishness, okay, altruistically. The Marconi is using his fear against civilians. Well, no, that's not right. Against the city. While Ra's al Ghul, at the one you just saw in the clip, is using his fear against innocent civilians. What you need to understand here is, one, this is how you become an idea, Jerome. One idea, and that was fear. But then fear had 4 different takes on it. He says in this book, when you have one main character with 3 or 4 main characters, or one main character with 3 villains, however you want to do it, the story basically writes itself. What happens is these ideals compete. Now, of course, what message does the movie send? Since Batman wins, then the director is telling you the only idea that gets to last is the one that goes against criminals. If you ever use fear, use it against criminals to save the world. Now, it doesn't have to be true. That's the story. If you're going to turn customers away to you, you need to become an idea that creates a strong emotional response. It's not the second time I've said it. It is the theme of this entire class. If you want to be a life coach, you need to become a life coach with an idea that creates a strong emotional response. Tony Robbins, intense, long classes. Get with me, I'll change your whole life around in 3 days. He had a chance to do a Netflix special. What did he call it? I'm not your guru. He's telling you the idea of me is do not compare me to nobody who came after me. I'm different. And that's why he is the standard of coaching. Not only did he invent it, ladies and gentlemen. There was no such thing as any life coach until he said it in an interview. He's the standard. It's also why he fills out stadiums at $10,000 a piece. Pam Norris, this is for you. He has his what you call it? Conferences. He has his conferences lined up to where you can get into one real easy. He creates a sales funnel, and I'm getting ready to show it to you. Tony Robbins has one of the best sales funnels of all time. All time. It is amazing what he has done with his sales funnel. It's absolutely amazing. What he has decided to do, I'll show you. There we go. Boom. Tony Robbins. Over here. He lets you get his ultimate edge for a little trial. Come on in here. Come on in here, Pam Norris. Come on in here. Hey, $300. Cool. Epic. Then Unleashing the Power Within. It's out of 500 and 2,000. Date with Destiny. All right. We going up now, ain't we? 5,000 and 10,000. It's life coaching, $25 a month, and it's platinum partner. You get it? He's funneling you up his system with conferences. Who did that I had to blow somebody's mind with that. This is, you know something? His funnels are conferences. I mean, his conferences are funnels. Y'all is out here doing conferences. He out here doing funnels that people are calling conferences. That's amazing. It's amazing. Become an idea. Human consultants need to become an idea. Idea. FOD. She dropped in the chat. Coming from nothing, traveling the world. That's not an idea. When she becomes the rags to riches story that both conservatives and liberals love, she's an idea. I'm a complete idea. My ideas, I've worked on my ideas very long. My stuff is so crazy, I could change my brand today and wouldn't lose one person. I wouldn't, because I'm all of them, all the time. Right now, I'm boom, boom, boom. Say something, oh, wow, let's pray for her real quick. And none of you would be shocked. You wouldn't. Or I could be like, hey, you're fired, get out. And none of you would be shocked. You wouldn't. Because my idea is a bit different. Let me tell you what half of my idea is. 1999, I saw a movie, changed the world. It's called The Matrix. You ever heard of it? Okay. Wachowski brothers. Blew my mind. And literally, I had no head when I left the movie. Well, I didn't leave the movie. I rented it. It was on cassette tape, by the way. That from Blockbuster, if you want to know. From Blockbuster cassette tape. Just want to tell you, right? Yes, 1999, I said. I know it feel like 10 years ago, but it wasn't. Okay? Okay, it wasn't. It wasn't. You had a VCR. From Blockbuster, Friday night, you understand? I hung out for a little bit, Tierney, you know, you feel me? You know, a little 17 years old and single, you know, I'm hanging out, you know. What's up, girl? You understand? I have a little card, and I got it. Anyway. And I went, whoa, I just learned something. Back then, I wasn't as esoteric as I am now, but I was woke, and I knew this movie was saying a whole lot more than what it was. Of course, it was crazy. It took off, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what if, I'm 17, y'all. I go, what if I could be Morpheus and Neo at the same time? Charity got it. What if I could be Morpheus and Neo? What if I could be the one and the one who wakes people up? What would that look like? What would that, well, you're looking at what it looks like, okay? But that's half of it, okay? I'm going to tell you the other half, right? But you're looking at what it looks like. I am here to wake you up and then to carry you to the next level. Follow me. That has no age gaps. None. None whatsoever. All you have to be my customer is motivated. And I don't mean to motivate the way you think of it. Let's go in terms of real estate. In order to buy a house, to buy a house, the seller has to be motivated. This made money, or maybe they're getting ready to get foreclosure, and they're motivated by saving face. You know, they're in the country club. They can't take this foreclosure. If you can save me face, coming with a deal that I don't lose, but I really want my reputation intact, you can buy my house. Yeah, get what I'm saying? That's a motivated seller. My customers are motivated in that manner. I'll show you. Grace, I'm a financial guru. Okay? Pam Norris, I'm the I am the global hope. Hold on. I had paused recording. For Chantel, I'm the secret weapon that she uses to get ahead. For Jerome, I am money restored. We can do this with each and every last one of you. Motivation is all you need to be my customer. Yes. That's all you need. That's all you need. Grace just invested $12,000, gave it right back and said, hey, run that. Go ahead and do that thing again. No, actually, she literally said, do that thing with me you did to you. That's what she literally said. That's really what she said, right? Do that thing to me that you did to you, please. Yeah, I want that. I want all that.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
I got to ask something before we get too far, because this is on my mind and I need you to clarify for me a little bit.
Sure.
Talking about sales funnel, and you say, we have to, in order to draw the customer, we got to put ourselves out there, okay, in front of that customer. Am I safe to say that what we're talking about is customer service and relations on steroids here? Is that a form of that? Because that was what was running through my mind, and and for me to understand it, because I discovered something yesterday, and that's the reason I asked you that question, because yesterday I went into work and the boss man called me in and set me down. We were doing a driver evaluation. So, he was, saying, yeah, the performance, hey, this is great, this. And then they got that, which confused me because I never thought I was good at this. And because when you say sales, my blood just curdles because, that stuff just, but he pointed down to a section. He said, now right here, this is the one the company really cares about. This is the one that's important to us. And he said, this one here, he said, we like very much what you're doing, he said, and we're going to bump you $3. So, when and I'm like blanking, I'm saying, bump me $3. What you doing? What you messing with my money? What's up? And he said, no, what we're going to do, he said, he said, how much you make now? You make about $22 an hour now. I said, yes, sir. He said, okay, we're going to bump you $3. He said, now you're going to be making $25.66 an hour. So I'm like,
all right now.
Okay. But I'm sitting there still, blank. And he pointed at the thing. He said, I hope that makes your day, and I'm sitting there looking blank. I didn't react to nothing because I'm looking at what he had on the screen and I'm like, what? So he said, this is the most important for us right here. Customer service and relations. He said, and you are fantastic with this out of all our drivers. And I'm sitting there dumbfounded because I said, you just gave me a raise of $3 for being me? I said, that's all I ever have done was be myself. So I said, you gave me a raise just for being me. And when he said, yes, because you're fantastic at this, immediately I thought of you. Because I'm like, I said, hey, Antonio has brought this up like 100 times. And here it is. I'm terrified of sales, just abhor it. And here it is. You tell me you just bumped me up to $25 an hour just for being myself. I was like, wow. So all day long, I drove the rest of the night until 2 o'clock this morning, just dumbfounded because I couldn't get over the fact I got a raise for being me. I was like, wow, So what you've been talking about, it all ties in, it made me feel like, so all this with the ATS fam, I say fam, I call it ATS fam, all of y'all.
That works for us.
All of this with the ATS fam is really paying off because, see, I'm beginning to understand, I tell you, hey, I'm layman to a lot of things, but I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to catch on. Instead of being a dinosaur, I'm coming on, hey, I'm a two-door coupe now, so I'm getting better and better every day. So, it's like I like the fact that when I go out here in the real life and something happens, and then something with the ATS fam, you know, comes to, and it all adds up and makes sense, you know, and it helps me to understand. So, oh, so that's what Antonio was saying, and that's what Coach D was saying. Hey, I'm getting this. So, and every time that happens, I lose a bit of fear of what I was fearing in the first place. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this, man, you know, and I just had to share that with you, you know, because I was jacked up and excited because, you know, I'm like, I'm beginning to understand what the hell I'm doing here, you know, because none of this is by accident, you know, with talking to Mr. Sorrentino, it wasn't an accident, you know, that Mr. Sorrentino talked to me, because there had to be some type of value or something in me that he saw for him to go to you and talk to you. And then when you know, did what you did for me, there had to be something that you saw in me also, some type of value and everything, in order for you to allow me to come into the ATS family, you know, and at least that's the way I look at it, you know. So it's like each day that go by, each day that I listen to you and Deanna and Miss Grace and Tempest and everybody, Coach D, and on and on and on. It's like when moments like that happen with me at my job, and then bam, the ATS fam pop in my head, and it coincides. I say, hey, I'm on the right track. I'm supposed to be here, you know. And I just wanted to share that with you, you know.
Nah, good stuff, man. Yeah. And the answer to the question is yes. As long as you keep it on steroids, you're right. You're right. That's exactly what it is. No, that's real good. That's real good. There's one more thing that I wanted to share. Let's recap again for comprehension. You can't change that straight line of your customer. They're going to walk on that straight line whether you want it to or not. They didn't come to Facebook for you. They didn't join network marketing for you. You get it? They didn't. They don't take insulin for you, Pam Norris. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They don't. Nothing about you motivates them. You get it? It's the truth. It is the truth. And until you accept that, then you're not going to market correctly. Because you think you so much important and your product is the world changer, that's how you promote it. Boom, look at my world changer product. Y'all come follow me right now. Get off your straight line. I don't care what you're doing. Come on, do it over here with me. No, that is not the way it works. If you were on your way to the United Kingdom to go to summer vacation, I hear British summers are really cool. And I tell you, come on over here to Prague. And you already bought your plane ticket. You're not switching. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody got time for that. If I came here for gospel radio and you doing talk radio, I ain't came here for that. The way you do it is you become what they came for. You must become an idea. It is the most important thing I have told you, at least this year. You must become something. Yeah, that's right. What's in it for me? You must become something that they say, oh, you was my straight line. If you're not making customers go, you know what, I was coming for somebody else, but you just popped up and I knew it was God. Or I knew it was, right? If you're not making people say that, you're not in business. You're not in business. You want people to go, he came to Hawaii. I was just here. I didn't even know he was coming. But boy, when I heard him, I saw him. Something about him. I ain't know. But I was like, hey, we got to talk to him. I don't know why, right? You want people following you and they don't even know why until 6 months later. That's when you became the goal. You get it? That's when you became the goal. That's when you became the goal. Become the idea. And when you become the idea, Grace, repost that 1, 2, 3 for me. This is how easy this is now. When you become that idea, here's what happens. You don't have to worry about 1, 2, or 3. Even if you're making mistakes, you still gonna convert. Daryl, you want to jump in there?
I do. I wanted to ask a question, and I wanted to make a statement. I'm gonna make the statement first because when I started changing the narrative, it actually came out of a conversation that you and I were having, and the idea was not that I built a page for me. It wasn't in my mind at all. I've gotten to the point in this industry that I'm just sick of seeing the same people make money. And well, I should say I'm sick of seeing the same people make money. I'm
sick of seeing the same people only make the money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just frustrated that the people that should be making money, the people who fuel the industry, is not making money. And so I guess what my question is, how do I tie that into an idea? Because my desire is to truly see them like become what the industry was initially set up for. And it was just basic. It was simple. Sell a horse for $10. I mean, buy a horse for $10. Sell it for $20. Less your expenses, that's your profit. And then all these other things. So my goal is to kind of undo that. And so that's sincere. And it's not motivated from my perspective by me getting anything out of it. So how to make that into an idea, that's what I'm looking for.
No, I'm glad you asked that, and I'm gonna give other people an opportunity to ask me that same question for their companies as well. Good thing is the last 13 years have been very favorable for you to answer this question. You either need to follow Obama or follow Trump. Network marketing needs to be the change we can believe in, or let's make network marketing great again, right? This is your two polar opposites you got to do.
I like Trump.
Right?
I should
and you
say
have
I
to do
like
it.
Trump's idea, right?
The idea. There you go, right? You get it. It's those two that he has to do. And the last 13 years have been great proof of this, for at least for him, what he want to do. And the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, it's simple. Because what he's talking about is people's money. You can't be passive and talk about people's money and create an emotional response. You can't go into tyranny. And if you trust me, I'm going to take care of your money. No, tyranny, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody on planet Earth going to do for you what I'm going to do. I don't mean to brag, but I'm a bad motor scooter. Okay? And if you think that they going to do it, go out there and go try it. I'll wait for you to come back. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. It's where I'm at. It's how I feel. I don't apologize for it. I'm on the Trump side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what I'm saying? Yeah. We making the middle class great again. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that side. You understand? My message is, look, it ain't happening nowhere else. Might as well come over here. And if you doubt it, go on out there and get whipped up. I'll see you when you come back. But when you come back, prices went up. Please know. That's me all day, every day. You get it? And that's the approach he's going to have to take, because you're talking about money. You got to be polarizing when it comes to money. You go full Joel Osteen or full Donald Trump, Coco Beware. Yeah, I'm just for you wrestling fans, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying, right? So that answers. Daryl, you okay with that?
I am.
Good. And that's what you do. And then come up with a good 2 to 4 word slogan. Come a good 2 to 4 word slogan that people because that Make America Great Again is an idea. Please know that that's an idea. And depending on who you are, what you do with that idea. If you're a closet racist, you're gonna do something with that idea. If you always wanted to be racist, you're gonna do something with that idea. If you just want to not pay less taxes, that's what you focus on, right? Let's make America Great Again, pay less taxes. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna do whatever you want to do with that idea, because when people attach themselves to their ideas, you're gonna love this part. When people attach, and this was now, you know what? I'm glad I brought this up. If you can't handle what I'm about to say, don't do this. Because the moment you become an idea, people gonna swear up and down they created you. They're gonna swear up and down they created you. They're gonna swear up and down that ain't nobody closer to you than them. Because when you attach to an idea, forget everybody else. Because ideas we kill for. We kill for ideas. We go to war for ideas. Get it? Anybody else want to ask me that question? Grace, go ahead.
So in my case, I'm going to be not all things to all people, or something like that, because with the senior, I'm going to be his memory. With the parent who wants to go back to school and get their degree so that they can have their kids be proud of them, I'm going to be that for them.
You're going to have to tailor your message to each person, but the way you can do that is you need to start tying math into income or lifestyle. Because math impacts directly either income or lifestyle. It does. It just does. You know what I'm saying? It just does. Lifestyle, if you go 70 miles per hour over 3 hours, you go 210 miles. If you go 60 miles per hour over 3 hours, you go 108. Now, you want to get there faster? Or you're going to get there regardless. But if you want to get there faster, I'm your man or I'm your woman. You get what I'm saying? What you're going to have to do, Grace, is find out what math actually does for people. You know what I'm saying? And with that, run with that. And you're going to create the emotional response, not of math, because we all know math has an emotional response, right? Some of y'all that heard math and already just like, ooh, child. Okay? Math is a bad emotional response, not the one you want, unless you're with a bunch of nerds. But making more money, using math with credit, using math to get that degree you want, we no longer talk about math. If you're targeting college students or if you're targeting people who start school at 32, math is now about their dreams. And then this is what I would do. If I'm targeting anybody grown going back to school, I'm rebranding Go Figure to It's Personal. It's personal. You come to Go Figure because your degree is personal. You see what I just did there? That lit a fire up under me. It's personal. You want to become a commissioned officer tyranny? Get this math with us. We'll knock it out. Go to OCS. You know what I'm saying? Should go from E5 to O1 real quick. Just saying. That's a big pay raise, too. A big pay raise, and it's a lieutenant. Well, I don't know what it's called in the Air Force, but yeah. But is it lieutenant? Yeah. All right. Who else will ask you that question? Yeah, you got it. Okay. Tyranny, go ahead. You can unmute your mic. I'm ready. Like your braids, by the way.
Thank you. So my idea is superlative you, right? Like basically people operating at the highest version of themselves in whatever aspect that is for them. And it's like, creating, instead of going with other people's expectations, creating their own expectations and living up to them, kind of like cleaning the slate of every, what life has pulled on them to be and become, and
freedom,
being freedom. That which was planted within them to be out, so to speak.
Freedom.
But, I'm sorry. So
no, you get freedom. That's what you need.
When it comes down to
she out there driving. She breaking up you out too, right? Okay, yeah.
We're going toward. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't hear. No, you get there. But freedom.
Oh, okay.
Freedom.
My signal's acting up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay, signal's back. Okay. You need to market freedom. Every single day, highest expression of yourself, all that stuff. If they come to you, they get freedom. You understand what I'm saying? And I give you a good, if you wanted somebody to model this off, you go with Oprah. Oprah would make people cry on the one-on-one interviews with her in front of, just her and, 28 million people.
Right.
But it was free for them to, oh my God, I had to get it off. I've been carrying that for so long. You get it?
Yeah.
Your ideas should become representation. Representation. There we go. I'm saying that better. Of freedom. Not just the highest expression of themselves, because someone's going to go, well, I don't know what I want to be. You get it? But what they do know is I don't want to be a slave no more. I don't want to work no more. Watch me broaden your horizon. I don't want to just be a wife no more. I want to have my own identity. You get it? I don't want to just be fat no more. You get it? That freedom that you provide, that's an idea. Now, you can wordsmith it however you want to, but the emotional response is freedom. Anything holding you back, come with me, it's over. Is that good enough? All right, you got yourself muted. There you go. Oh, yeah, very welcome. Very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you for serving our country. Anybody else? Yes, definitely. Even though it's in the Air Force, I can't help myself.
You know what? No. I used to be proud.
Help myself.
Okay, you gonna stop doing it.
Okay, all right. You do that. Okay, good. It's in there. They program me. Y'all. It's in there. They program me through basic training. They program me. 9 weeks of basic training made me do that. I couldn't help myself. All right. Anybody else? No Denise Hill. Oh, okay. Going once. Going twice. I have one more statement, and then you can get out of here. When thou becometh an idea, there's one thing that's going to stop you. Stop. The worst thing that you can do when it's time to become an idea, the worst thing you can do when it's time to become an idea is this. Look at your competition. Listen to the radio. See what other people are talking about. You cannot become your own idea with their influences. You can't. You cannot become your own idea with their influences. You have to say what Will Smith said. 2 + 2 is going to equal whatever I want it to equal. With other people's influences. You can't. It's going to be very tempting for you to follow the company. What you're going to do is you're going to say, well, I'm doing market research. I'm just looking at what my competition is doing. And at that moment, you lose being an idea. Please know, I don't follow nobody. I don't. I do what I want, when I want, how I want it. The only people that I submit to is my audience. That is it. That's it. When you become an idea, ignore. I know it's tempting. I know it's cool. I'm not saying don't listen to Les Brown. Don't listen to Grant Cardone or whatever. I'm saying don't build like them. Build like you. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget the low carb, no sugar thing, Daryl. Daryl, say something about that real quick because it sucks. Just saying.
Well, I don't know where you guys are, but I'm still in that struggling stage and still kind of hurting, pains throughout my body. You're there, right? Well, give it a couple of days. Continue to add good solid fats to your diet and you'll get past it. About 5-6 days, you won't even feel it. And
I've cut you a few times.
For good meals, I just had a great salad for breakfast. So,
All right, well, there you go. Jerome says no salads for breakfast, okay? No salads for breakfast. Salads is a side dish that goes with my red steak, okay? That's what Jerome said. No, good stuff. With a healthy eating I already had down. This no sugar, I am literally in withdrawals. My body's sweating. And I'm gonna tell you when it hits me the worst. When I get ready to lay down, might be like, yeah, bro, come on, get some of these sweets. Yeah.
Mine's like, oh, get you some of that chip and dip, you know?
Yeah, buddy. Good, dug it. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. All right.